time for that recap, if anybody can remember.
That is the problem.
You were on the boat. It started with you were on the boat.
Right. We were on the boat. Here's as much as is coming back to me. We were on the boat.
Yeah, you all drew from the bag. The Brachius, you dumped out your vegetarian freeze-dried food in the hell.
I'm sorry. We did not all. Rough stools refused.
Yes. Soreen got a figurine of Tobias.
He's now a holy figure and shall be worshipped through all the lands.
I still owe you what that is. I don't remember what everybody got.
13 got a pickled goblin finger, and then he fed it to Fishay.
Correct.
For better or worse.
Yep.
And that improved Fishay's charisma by about 8 points.
He was one fine.
Durbin got the meat version of the freeze-dried food, I believe.
I don't remember who the ultimate enemy Durbin once killed is.
Lord Deathgrip.
That's also my Pornhub name.
Yeah, Durbin got a sack of freeze-dried food that tastes beefy.
Mm-hmm.
Fishay got the canister of magic wax.
Didn't he eat it?
He did eat it a couple times. I do have in my notes, Ralph is judging everyone from pulling from the magic sack.
As one tends to do.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of heathens.
But the boat zapped us all to hell because it turned out Steve the pirate cut a deal with the devils, apparently, or a pirate imposter. But it would have to have been an imposter that stole his bag. So I'm thinking it wasn't an imposter. But he sent us all to hell, where we met with a devil who made us an offer. It had something to do with freeing something in the underground passages near the Flint Hills. But I don't remember exactly what we had to free.
The Wanderwalkers.
In order to satisfy this deal. And in any event, we weren't all that interested in dealing with the devils, except, of course, for our dwarven friend, because he wants to find his ultimate enemy and kill him, which the devils would have helped him out with. And
Lord Gloombright lost his expense account.
And his per diem. It was corporate. He was you got to corporate. What Vergulich, the demon devil, wanted was if you go down into the deep roads here at the Flint Hills and come across the Wand of Orcus to acquire it and bring it out, and somebody will be there to take it, and they will take it back to the Ninth Layer of Hell and put it with the rest of Asmodeus's other knickknacks in his office, as opposed to Levistus or Belanus having it and getting the upper hand. And you gathered that from your conversation that they do not like Levistus and they do not like Belanus because they see them as a threat. They do not see you guys as threats because you are not part of the hell structure. Also warned you, since this player is conveniently not here, for that person, Fishay, to touch the Wand of Orcus, because that would be extremely bad.
Yeah, I thought Volanus, it wasn't that he was necessarily opposed to the devils. It's just that they were in the process of double-crossing him and ruining his ultimate plans to kill the Mollusk.
Yeah, well, it seems like he's probably gotten too uppity, or they're just, always watching their backs.
I believe we also Durbin also struck a secondary deal that we'd kill Lord Deathgrip for them, doing their dirty work for them.
Yeah, he said that he would bag him and gag him and bag him and drop him in the deep roads for you to take care of.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, he's another one they don't mind getting rid of.
And then we were transported back.
You left there. You were on the other side of Black Lake. There was a bunch of crustaceans that were moving about, and you came upon some sort of cult with a Minotaur who was their leader, who of course knew Durbin. And didn't
they have something called like pleasure numbers or something?
Yes, they had pleasure numbers. So they were amazed that 13's pleasure number was so low, and they wanted to find out about that. And,
wasn't Durbin's like 25 or something like that? 23?
Yeah, 25.
Did you ever figure out, was a low pleasure number good or bad?
It was good.
I think good. Well, I mean, 13 is quite a low pleasure number for all the cultists there.
I don't remember that the whole tower and Godzilla's fighting was the prior session, I think.
No, it was that one.
No, it was this
Oh,
one.
was it?
Yep.
So then that's when Godzilla and the Leviathan-like creature began to fight. And they went to go fight it, and they were getting their ass kicked. And they needed to be cleansed by Godzilla.
Okay, so we also, while we were making our way around, we saw some not Godzilla-like monster who was fighting some other large kaiju-like beast in the lake. So we skirted around them so as to not actually be killed by them. On the far side, we saw a tower where there were a bunch of people who were in a trance and marching up towards it. It looked like maybe the tower was some kind of rocket-like structure. But we went in and interfered with what they were doing, blocked people from going in, and ultimately the tower started to take off on its own, but we were able to mess with it so that it wound up crashing. There was some guardian of the tower who vanished in all the confusion and is still at large.
You ran into a porcupine.
Here's Teddy and his corn on the cob.
Sentient porcupine, otherwise known as a prick. Crashed the box with Dispel Magic. You ran into an astronaut who I butchered the accent for, but I will fix that tonight, maybe, if I get the chance. He shows up. He has to write on the whiteboard, which gave me immense pleasure in getting to communicate that way. I'm sure it was real exciting on your end. But he was afraid of bacteria or something.
Most germs are wonderful, good bacteria.
And he gave him some rations, told him to go the opposite direction, but he followed you anyway, and he follows you to the Flint Hills. You enter the Flint Hills. You meet whoever the first person is who Durbin recognized, Corwin Stonebreaker of the Stonebreaker clan. You recognize him, Durbin, but of course he does not recognize you. And about 20
That's a strange turn of events.
Yes, about 20 minutes later, they let you in to the Flint Hills, and you go to the Chateau de Longfellow to hang out